and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry it's been a little while that I uploaded last. I have been pretty here, there and everywhere, and then yeah, so I was a bit busy. I wasn't really in my flat for like more than like 3 days at a time, and then when I was here I was just unpacking and repacking for different trips and things I was doing, and then also I just had a little bit of like creative block, I guess. I didn't really know what to film and just got in this little like slump, but I'm coming back out of it, and I think yeah, I'm just gonna try and pump out one video at least a week. Hopefully I'll start being able to do 2, but yeah, just get back with doing 1 a week and see where we go from there. Yeah, so today I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial. I'm literally just gonna do like what I do every single day on my face. It's so basic. It's probably wrong if you're like a makeup artist and watching. I'm sorry. But it's just what works for me, and it's the routine I've followed for probably like 2 years now. I rarely switch up my makeup. Obviously if I was going out for dinner or going out for drinks or doing something special, I would wear like eyeshadow or lipstick or something a little bit different, but this is literally just what I wake up and do every single morning if I'm going places. If I'm not, then I don't do this much. Okay, so I have already applied my mascara because it takes like 5 minutes and that would just be like really boring and I make such a mess. So I do it before I do my makeup because I get it all up here and all around here, and then I have to take it off with cotton swabs. So I've done that like just now. I use the Benefit's Their Real Mascara. I am obsessed with this mascara. Like, I've used this since the minute I think it came out. I tried it, and then I've like tried different mascaras like through the years, but I just always go back to this one. It is quite pricey. I think it's like £20 or something, and I go through it really quickly because I use like loads of mascara, and I also don't like it when when I first buy it, it's too like wet, but when you get using it like the 3rd or 4th time, it's amazing. So I really recommend this mascara. And then also I just moisturized as well before. I just use like any normal moisturizer unless it's sometimes actually before I makeup I do use a water-based or gel-based moisturizer, just because I have quite oily skin. You can probably tell, I don't know. I have very hormonal skin. I think there's a couple pimples on my face at the minute. Yeah, so when I'm oily or hormonal, I will use a water-based moisturizer. So I use this one. I always use this one from Kiehl's. I'll link it below, but it's an ultra facial oil free gel cream, and it is so good. But also because it's winter and my skin is super dry when I'm not hormonal, so then I have to use a cream moisturizer. So I try and use cream moisturizers. Is that what it's called? Cream moisturizer? Yeah, I guess so. So I use them at night time, so I get a lot of hydration, but in the daytime I tend to use gel-based ones so that I'm not oily. That's a very long way of saying that. Okay, and then I don't ever really use primer, like unless I have it, which is rare. Sometimes I'll see one and just pick it up and then I'll use it, but I know you're meant to, but I don't. I'm so bad. I'm very basic. Okay, and also I haven't washed my brushes in like 2 weeks, so let's just ignore that as well. It's probably why I have spots. Okay, so I use and always have used the NARS Sheer Glow foundation. I swear by this foundation. Well, actually I did for like 3 years probably. I've always used it, and again I've tried different foundations here and there, but I always come back to this one. Although at the minute I think I'm starting to feel like it's a bit heavy. I'm probably putting too much on, everyone can say that now, but I just think I want something a little bit lighter. I do sometimes use the NARS tinted moisturizer, but I think that's really heavy as well. I swear when I was a kid, tinted moisturizers used to just literally be like a moisturizer with a tint, but the NARS one's like cream. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to use this today, and I use the shade Medium 4 Barcelona. So I just start by like dabbing it around my face. Yeah, I probably use quite a lot. But I have quite a few spots at the minute, so I am trying to cover them up. And I use this Real Techniques brush. I don't know what it's called. I'll link everything down below for you and all the names and all that stuff for you. But yeah, it's just this like flat brush. Sometimes I use beauty blenders. I go through like phases with them. So for like 2 months, I'll be obsessed with them, and I'll question why I ever went back to brushes. And then I'll get bored of it, or it won't be clean, and I'll just bring out my brushes, and it's just so much quicker, it's so much easier. So if I'm not going out for dinner and I want a really sort of like photoshopped complexion, oh my god, I'll use my beauty blender if I have like more time, but I just think they take ages, and yeah, I'm on a bit of a brush hype. So I just go in and blend. I think this foundation's slightly different from my skin colour at the minute, but that's alright. I'm usually wearing turtlenecks, so you can't tell. I also will say, I think this foundation oxidizes quite a bit, so once I'm done with it, I like to just sit for a couple minutes and let it like sink in and go to the colour that it's going to be. If anyone does have any recommendations for foundation that is like medium coverage but still quite light, then please do let me know, because I am a bit stuck. Once that's done, I just let it sit for a couple minutes. I'd usually like, I don't know, scroll through Instagram, but I'll probably just sit here and wait. So moving on, I move on to concealer, if I can find it. There we go. So again, I've used this for years. It is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I use it in medium to ginger, and I love it. But again, it's so expensive, and it lasts probably like 6 weeks, maybe even less, and I end up purchasing a new one. It's quite pricey for like the amount of product that is in it, or how long it lasts. But yeah, so I just pop that under my eyes. If I have a really bad dark circle day, I do add I think it's the Maybelline, it's got like a sponge on the end and you like wind it up. Oh, I'm so bad, I don't know what it's called, but that's quite like brightening, so I use this to conceal, and then I'll use that underneath on top, sorry, to brighten under my eyes. So I kind of, yeah, just put this where I would like want to kind of highlight, and then also if I've got any little pimples, I put some here. Okay, and then same brush, blend it in. Okay, and then under my eyes, I should probably be using my beauty blender for this, but I like to like dab it, because I feel like if I brush it, it kind of like pulls the makeup away. So I just dab and blend. I did film a vlog this weekend, just gone, but I was gonna do like a what I wore in the week vlog, and then like vlog bits and bobs, but I completely forgot to vlog anything other than my outfit, so I'm not gonna upload it. But I am gonna try, I was gonna do one this weekend, as we had a trip to Scotland planned with my family. Well, my family lived there, but my sister and I were going to go up and join them, stay in this really lovely country hotel, but that got cancelled last minute. So now I don't really have any plans, so I'm going to vlog. We'll see. Okay, so once that's done, just kind of go around and keep blending. Right, moving on. I used to use, well, I still use the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette for my contour, but I used to use this banana shade in the middle, but I touched pan on it like ages ago, and I don't know if you can purchase them individually, so I ended up finding a dupe, which is this Ben Nye banana powder, and I actually love it. It's lasted me so long, and it's like, I think I paid like £6 on eBay for it, so that was super good. So yeah, it's just like really fine loose powder, and I just God, it's very messy. I just put it out into the lid like that, and then take my brush, another Real Techniques brush. I have no idea. Oh, there, okay, it's called a blush brush. I love it. Again, I've used all this stuff for years. Okay, and I don't like to put too much on, so I go over the areas that I just concealed, and then I just rub the rest on around my face to make it matte. As I say, I have really, well, not really, but pretty oily skin. It's gone all over me. So if I am hormonal or like, you know, due my period, then by lunchtime I look really horrifically oily. So I do have to put quite a bit of powder on. Okay, so next I'm moving on to my contour, and I got this like multi-pack last Christmas from Chanel in my stocking. And there was like 5 little brushes in it, so this is like the only one I've still got. I don't know where the rest of them are. but I use this for contouring. I think it's such a great little brush for like getting in your cheekbones, I think. Okay, so I use this middle shade in the Anastasia contour palette. I wonder what colour this is. I think it's just like the normal one. And then these two darker ones I maybe will use if I'm like on holiday or something, when I'm like much more tan. But yeah, so I just swivel it in the middle and then I tap off the excess. And then I just find where my shadow is in my cheekbone and jawline. And then I blend it upwards always, I never take it down. Okay, and then same on the other side. So I do have quite a lot of skin pigmentation. I don't know if you saw before I did my makeup, but I have like where I'm sun damaged, I have darker skin around the top of my forehead, and I also have darker skin here, and like that's it actually. So I already have like a natural contour, but yeah, so when I do my contour I just follow where that is. Probably put in really funny faces right now. Okay, and then just with the excess, just go like around my, where I just said. Okay. And then I go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of like soften up the lines, because I know, well, I don't know, I think it can look quite harsh. And the same on this side. So next I use my bronzer, and again a Real Techniques brush. This is called retractable bronzer brush. This is so unhygienic because I actually have lost the lid, but hey ho. And then I use this Chanel bronzer. I've used this for years, and it smells so good. It smells like when you're on holiday, like suntan lotion, but like nice suntan lotion. Oh yeah, so good. Okay, so it's called Soleil Tan de Chanel. I think I'm saying that right, I don't know. And then I just like pat this on my face. I feel like, again, if I brush it, I'm probably putting too much makeup on, to be honest, now that I'm saying all this out loud. But when I brush it, I feel like the makeup goes with the brush, so I like to just dab it, so yeah. This is also such a nice product if you're on holiday and you don't want to put on a full face of makeup. I just use my mascara and then I'll dot this over my face. Okay. And then, last but not least, I just do my eyebrows. When I'm like, because I did my mascara before this, but if I was doing this all like my mascara and then straight onto my makeup, I do put some of the loose powder under my eyes and just let it sit until I've done, like, finished my makeup, because otherwise my mascara transfers. So that's, I don't know, a little tip that I always do. Okay, so for my brows, I just use this normal little spoolie, and then I have a MAC 263 angled brush for actually filling them in, and then I'm using at the minute the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, which I think is it's in the shade Soft Brown, and I did love it, but I think it just dries out really quick. I don't know if it's, well, it probably is, because when I do my makeup, my eyebrows, I leave the lid off whilst I do them, and they take me like 10 minutes. Or like 5 minutes, so every day is like lying open for 5 minutes, so yeah, it's probably my fault, but it does, well, mine's super dry at the minute. Okay, so I just brush through my brows, which desperately need doing at the minute. I don't know if I should do this as a whole, no, I was gonna say if I should do my brows as a whole video. If you want to see that, let me know, but I don't really do anything special. Okay. So I just take my pomade and dip it in. It's so dry. And then the bits around the outside that haven't been touched are just so wet that, like, it makes my eyebrows look really harsh if I use that bit. So yeah. So I just start by underlining them, well, lining the outline on the underside. Just follow the natural shape. And I start from about here, so that the front of the brow isn't too harsh. It's gonna be so hard holding this mirror. And then I always do like step 1 on this side, step 1 on that side, step 2, step 2. I never do like one brow and then the other brow. I feel like I've said like a lot throughout this video. Oh well. Okay, and then I just go in and fill in the front of the line with whatever's left on the brush. I wear contacts. My eyes dry up so, well, they dry up so bad when I do my eyebrows because I just don't blink, I just stare at the mirror. Okay, and then now I fill in the middle part and then I do the upper part. It's just not helpful. Okay, so I fill in like here, if you can see, and then I will now draw the outline for the top. And again, I'm just following the natural shape. Sometimes they're thinner, sometimes they're thicker. It just really depends what my brush and my hand do that day. Okay, I messed that up, but it's fine. I'm gonna get caught, but okay, and then just fill in. And then repeat the same on the other side. Now I just check if they're equal. I mean, I don't really care if they're not that equal because, what's the saying? Eyebrows are sisters, not twins. But as long as they look half equal, I'm happy with them. And then whatever's left in the brush, I kind of just bring forward and sort of fill out the front bit. Okay, and then if I think they look too heavy or whatever, I'll just brush through with the spoolie I was using initially, but I think they're alright today. Okay, and so then Eyebrow actually sent me some products in the mail. I thought I was just getting mascara, but I ended up getting loads of stuff, which is lovely. And they sent me this brow gel, and I've never really used brow gel before. I used to use it on like clear brow gel on my eyelashes when I was at school and I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. But yeah, so I'm quite new to like coloured brow gel. I'm such a novice. Anyway, so I love it, and I just use, well, wait, what's it called? Let me tell you. Style Undefined Brow Gel. Okay, well, I'll link that below for you. But it's just this tiny little, is it called a spoolie? I feel like it is. I feel like I'm saying it wrong now. Oh well. Yeah, and then I just comb through to set the hairs. Okay, and that's it. Yeah, as I said, it's very basic. I don't really know like many tips and tricks. Yeah, it's just literally what works for me and what I've done for years, and I hope it maybe helps some of you answer some of your questions that you asked me about my makeup. But yeah, so if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and I will be back with another video hopefully next week. I think I'm gonna do like a November favourites. Well, I gotta get that up. Well, I'll get it up early December probably. But yeah, I have quite a few things that I have actually been really loving this month, so it might be fun to share them with you. Thanks for watching.